Whoa. Hello everybody, good to be here once again for race 2 of the Power Maxed Renault Mégane Trophy here with Next Gen Racing for season 20. What a frenetic, fanatical race 1 we had. It was unbelievable. The opening 5 minutes, hold your breath if you watch that back shortly. I will upload these onto YouTube as well, of course, but that was unbelievable. Really was superb to watch. We will be doing race 2 very shortly, so the drivers are currently having a little breather before we start. The drivers are due to kick things off at 20:49. At the moment you can see a couple of comments on the left hand side at the moment, you know, a couple of mistakes which KZ2 Haas has admitted to. You see Chalk and Bigsy, they did have a very good race amongst themselves. D Hartley and Danzo were having a couple of bits of conversation as well about the chicane. It was a very, very frenetic race. There is a car out on circuit. That's Next Gen the Bells, who is out on circuit, so we'll watch him for a few minutes whilst all the drivers are out at the moment. And we'll have a look at the comments in the chat room at the moment. It's like, in terms of race 1, we had a few issues. Obviously, in the end, Gino Demo was unfortunately unable to make. He had a few issues with the internet, so he wasn't able to join, which is really unfortunate. A couple of comments from the Lobby 2 drivers about too many mistakes, great racing. Unbelievable. You may be thinking, normally I speak quite a lot for those who've watched the streams in the past, but I do have to say I'm just taking a moment to get my voice back because that race was fantastic, and we're going to do it all again for race 2. 15 minutes the second race with a full-blown reverse grid. We thought that the first race was frenetic. This one is going to be frantic. It's going to be fast, furious, and I'm fairly certain we're going to have a well-deserved winner come the end of it. In terms of the reverse grid, who will be on pole position? It'll be this man, Greener Army 2009. He will start from pole position with Mr. Belt in second place. 55.8 is going to be one to watch out for in seasons to come. Well, not seasons to come, races to come rather. He is a very quick driver, but he doesn't seem to have been on the pure pace tonight. So we'll see how he goes for this session. I'm just waiting to see the time to kick over to 20:49, and then we'll get things underway for race 2. So, brief little moment whilst we watch the Belts go into the wall at turn 8. Had a nice clean lap until that point, unfortunately for him. We just caught that on the stream. But there's no better time to do a little bit of practice for some drivers. They might be feeling a little bit rusty in places. Danzo saying a defensive masterclass upcoming. I'm just going to make sure D Hartley enters into the lobby so that we can get things underway on time. Nice little smiley face as well to go at the end of it. What will the drive... and there we go, just as I say it. Thanks very much, D Hartley, on that one. So, race 2 starting now. I'll just put race 2 start now, probably be easier to type. So everybody has entered. The grid should be set based on the previous results, so we'll just have a quick check to make sure that the settings are correct. There you are, reverse grid based on previous race results. Let's get it underway. Who is going to win this one? It's new for all the drivers. They haven't had this before in the Méganes. So who will take the second race victory tonight? So here we are, lined up on the grid on the right hand side, pole position. That's Greener Army in the green Dread sponsored car. Next Gen the Belt in the yellow and red Tank Tools car on the left hand side. Watch out for the 55.8 and KZ2 Haas on the second row. See how they get on. 15 minutes on the right hand side. Here come the numbers. And the race is live for number 2 at Dragon Trail Seaside, and what a good start it is from the front two. They've done exceptionally well. They're going to be leading coming into turn number 1. Haas is up to third already. Good start for him, but he's gone right up the inside. He's hit the wall, and it's gone wrong for Haas. Before he even got to turn 1, he's down to A4 already. Cars being shuffled about already. Danzo in third. Shadowstalker almost being pushed onto the grass. It's going to have to be a line astern if they can coming into the chicane. This is going to be very, very difficult. Next Gen the Belt leads. Green Army third. Oh, that's Duds. There's someone that's gone into the wall. There's a couple of cars round by the look of it. There's a car round at the back. Who's that? Who's gone off? Oh, it's Haas in 1805. 2 races in a row for KZ2 Haas where he's been impeded, and 1805's run of potentially getting another podium looks like to be done. Now back at the front, Next Gen the Belt still leads the way. Good start for him. The 55.8 is challenging the outside of Danzo. These two, don't forget, both were 4th and 5th on the grid. 55.8 trying to go round the outside, lines it up nicely, and into second place he goes. Danzo is 3rd, Duds is 4th. Greener Army in 5th place, and into the wall he goes. He just keeps it on the circuit. All the cars scrambling to try and avoid him. They've just got round him, and down to 12th he goes, but good cameo at the front for him. Up at the front, that's the 55.8, and the Belt's gone sideways into the gravel trap. A 55.8 has been overtaken by Danzo. Danzo's going to be on the inside as they approach turn 17, rather 16 and 17 for the first time this lap, and Danzo has the lead. But he's going to have a lot of pressure from the 55.8. Duds, that's Shadowstalker, who's, I think, has just been caught out by the gravel trap. He has. He slots back onto the circuit, down to 8th, down to 9th. Unfortunately for him, there's a little bit of a gap back to Duscovia. They've got Haas, you've got the Belt, you've got 1805 and Greener Army back down in 14th place. But in the fight for the lead, Danzo leads the way. Don't forget, Danzo not won a race in the Mégane Trophy despite being in that first ever round in season 17. The 55.8 second. There is Duds in 3rd, looking and stalking these 2 cars in front. He's looked quite quick today, Duds. Didn't get the best of opportunities in race 1. There's D Hartley in 4th. Dominator 3 up to 5th from 14th. Great opening lap from him. I'm going to back out of this, jump straight back in so we can get... Oh, that's the 55.8. He's contact round. Can he get it turned around? What is he doing? He almost hit Shadowstalker. Oh, he's going to collect Dan... Oh, it's gone wrong for 55.8. He's contacted with the Belt, and the Belt realistically should be in front of the 55.8. That was messy from the Scottish driver. So any chance of a podium's gone for him. Chalk is trying to fight off Duscovia, who's trying to go around the outside at turn 12. I've not seen that before, but he looks like he's just about pulled this off. Fantastic move. Up to 9th place goes Duscovia in the Zerkotech car. In the fight for 4th place at the moment, all battles kicking off around the circuit. D Hartley up to 3rd, by the way, just up in the field of your screen. Bigsy holding off Dominator 3 and Big Madas, who set the fastest lap last race. Big Madas, let's not forget. Ooh, he just clipped the curb though. He's not going to get the best exit that he needed. Bigsy running in 4th. 2 top 6 results could be fantastic for his championship start. There's D Hartley closing on Duds. The fast car's going to surely have to defend into turn 1. He doesn't. He's going to take the outside line. D Hartley brakes a lot later in that Fuchs liveried car. He's got the position and he's shut the door nicely on Duds. So D Hartley up to 2nd, but Duds gets a nice run. Is he going to be alongside? He's in with the argument, but he's going to back out of it. Backs out of it, does Duds. Sensible driving from him, but he's lost a little bit too much time. But he's still in the podium fight at the moment. Dominator 3 still in 4th. The 55.8 has left after his shenanigans on lap 2, unfortunately for him. Big Mada's in 5th, Shadowstalker in 6th, Chalk 7th, just about stops himself going off the track. Discovery is in 8th, there's KZ2 and Haas in 9th place. The Belt is in 10th, 1805 is in 11th place, there's Big C in 12th and Greener Army in 13th at the moment. D Hartley has absolutely shut down Danzo's gap and lead at the front to what can only be described as a Mégane or 2 lengths. Half a second the gap between the two of them. Duds is 3rd, Dominator is also flying. That's 2 drivers. He finished 1st and 3rd in that last race. Oh, where's Duds gone? In fact, Dominator's followed him, in fact, for that matter. He should have really gained an advantage on him. It's not happened, and I think Big Madaz saw the opportunity and just spun up the wheels. So he's lost time. Shadowstalker in 6th place. A prime example to everyone is Shadowstalker of how to go racing and not get involved in incidents and still find yourself running competitively. Chalk, Haas, the recovering Haas after getting it wrong on lap 1, turn 1, coming into here where he hit the wall. He's in 8th at the moment. A nice battle forming for 6th. Meanwhile at the front, Danzo still leading the way, just keeping it nice and tight through the chicane. You can see I'm going to go on board with Hartley the next couple of corners. He's trying to go look to the outside. Can he brake later than Danzo? Oh, he's just about held the car. He just got on the white line, and there's a little dip when you go past the right line, and he caught it, but he held the line really well in the Mégane. Good save from Hartley, but he's just lost a bit of time. Dominator, can he complete this move on Duds? He can. Dominator 3 then into 3rd place. Can he catch the 2 cars in front? He's got 8.5 minutes. Oh, he's pushing the car to the absolute extremities of the circuit. Good driving from him. Chalk's up to 5th. Big Madaz in 6th place. What's happened to Bigsy? He must have gone backwards. There's KZ2 Haas in 7th. Duskovia is 8th. Shadowstalker's gone backwards as well. There's 9th. There's the Belt. There's 1805, and Bigsy's dropped very far down. 16 seconds lost. So, did he make a mistake? Unfortunately, oh, he's clipped the curb into the wall at Larini. He goes. Just didn't quite get it right when he needed to. Back at the front, Danzo still holding on at the moment. He's looking, like I said earlier, for that first ever race win in the Meganes. Can Danzo pull it off? I don't think he can. He's trying to just harry Danzo is D Hartley at the moment, but he's not alongside enough, so he has to back out of it, stay behind as they go through the chicane. An almost unwritten rule in Gran Turismo Sport in terms of 1 through at a time. But Dominator 3 didn't have to worry about anything like that. He's now pulled Duds right up with him. Dominator just going a bit deep into the corner, just missed his apex. But this is going to become a 4-way fight for the lead. Big Madaz is 5th. There's Haas up to 6th now. Recovered well after his issues. Duscovia's just giving him a nice little boost out of the corner. So Duscovia couldn't quite get underneath Haas. He stays in 7th. Chalk 8th. There's Shadowstalker putting in a very good shift. Is Chalk, I have to say, in 8th place. Been mildly impressed with him. It's under pressure from Shadowstalker. But we're going to cut back to the front because this is where the key fight is. Danzo defending hard from D Hartley. D Hartley trying to go around the outside. He's going to have the momentum, but he's on the outside line and he's gone onto the grass, giving too much room. Can he cut across Dominator? He can't. Dominator on the inside, brakes later. Tries to turn in Hartley. No chance there. There was a green Mégane in the middle of all that. And Dominator's line is absolutely brilliant. 6 minutes to go. Dominator looking for a second race win. He's going to go to the outside on Danzo as they come towards turn 1 for the 6th time of asking. We'll cut to the outside cameras for this. Danzo on the inside. Even D Hartley's having to defend from Duds now, and fastest lap going the way of Dominator on that last lap. Has he got the cut back? He's up the inside. He has, and Dominator 3 from the last position on the grid takes the lead away from Danzo with 5:50 to go on the clock on the right hand side. D Hartley's 3rd. There's Duds in 4th. Just watch as the cars fly through the chicane of death. As it stands, well, the front two certainly hit the wall, and Danzo sort of compromises line. D. Hartley sniffs an opportunity in the Fuchs car, but he can't brake later to get past him. He's got to be careful. You see Danzo, oh, Danzo's got an opportunity here. Dominator free, run too deep into the corner. D. Hartley trying to make it free wide. Coming over the hill, can he really try and do this? Can he do what Chalk did in race 1? They're free wide, going into turn number 10. Surely not, this is going to end in a disaster for someone, and Danzo's gone off the circuit. D. Hartley takes the lead. Dominator second, Duds third. What happened to Danzo? He did just about keep it on circuit, fortunately for him. He didn't go flying off. Good for him. That would have been so sad had Danzo gone off the circuit there. What a fight we have on our hands on this last race. Here comes Duds. Dominator got the move done, but Duds, ever the opportunist, slips the fast car up the inside. He's had to slow a little bit, but he's going to just be alongside him into the penultimate corner. No, but he touched the back of Dominator. Not needed for the Joyce Design driver. He's going to slip the car over the curb. He's got a little bit sideways coming out. Has he got the momentum? No, he hasn't, not compared to D. Hartley. D. Hartley now trying to go and look at the inside. Dominator's not shut the door enough. I think he just made a little bit of contact. D. Hartley will no doubt look for a move up the inside, and sure enough, that's exactly what he's doing. He's on the inside, on the brakes later. Up the inside goes D. Hartley. There's Danzo getting back involved in the fight. Oh, there's contact between the three cars, but Duds holds on. Duds is now in second. Danzo's in third. He's on the inside. He's ahead of Dominator. Dominator, in theory, probably should back off, but will he? No. Danzo, in fact, was the one that did, and he didn't have to. And he's hit the walls. That's going to compromise him. D. Hartley leads the way. Duds second. Unbelievable race this race 2 is proven to be, with 3:43 on the clock. Dominator 3 just ran a touch too deep at turn 8. It's what compromised him before. Danzo just off the back and forth, and Big Madas was closing the gap, but has just made a mistake, and Dusgovia is going to go past him, as is Chalk 12, and that's going to really infuriate Big Madas. He didn't need that. He was just closing the gap on the guys behind, and the mistakes compromised him. And down the field he goes. KZ2 Haas is 8th, 1805 9th. NXTGEN, the belt is in 10th place with 3 minutes to go. What a story that would be if NXTGEN, the belt, would finish in the top 10. That'd be superb. Back at the front, Dominator 3 has got past Duds. We haven't seen it. It looks like it's just happened coming out of turn 14. Oh, and Duds has run deep into the corner. He didn't need that. And he's lost all of his momentum. 2 minutes 45 seconds, 2 laps left for the Mégane drivers in Lobby 2 Race 2. Dominator 3 has 1 second. We know the speed of Dominator. Can he catch Hartley and make it 2 wins from 2? Or will D. Hartley, on his debut in the Méganes, take a first race victory? Going to be fascinating. That's Duds running wide. He doesn't want to do that too often, Dudson, because Danzo isn't too far behind. Dusgovia and Chalk together in 5th and 6th. There's Big Madas. KZ2 Haas, 1805. The belt is still ahead in Big Z and Shadowstalker. I think Shadowstalker's gone off somewhere on lap 6. Big Z closing that gap on the belt. Might just be 1 lap too much for the belt to hold on, but see how he gets on. This has been a good showing from the Teng Tools driver. And sure enough, here comes Dominator 3. I said it before. Will he be able to catch him? Coming into turn 10, they're side by side, but Dominator swoops around him. Got to be careful though, because he's got to get the line right, Dominator, otherwise he'll be compromised, and sure enough he is. Hartley cuts to the inside. Dominator can't shut the door anymore. Hartley on the inside, coming into turn 13. Give each other racing room, do the two front runners. Dominator got a really good exit. He's still on the outside though. Great racing between these two. The Fuchs car still going to be on the inside for turn number 16 and 17. On the inside, they brake at the same time, both giving each other room. D. Hartley tries to do the cutback but brake too much. He's going to have the slipstream. 1 lap to go between Dominator and D. Hartley. Who's going to win this? Because it's up in the air right now. It's absolutely fantastic. Here comes D. Hartley then. He's going to go to the outside this time. He's going to try and use the line that he used in race 1. Can he pull this off around the outside? He brakes a lot later. which he needs to do. Can he keep the momentum up? Going round the outside, Dominator Free's on the inside of him, but he's got the momentum as Hartley. Hartley has just about edged in front of Dominator, and he's into the lead. It's a brilliant move. He's pulled it off. It's took 2 races to do it, but he has got that move. He needs to get the chicane right. He just clipped the wall. He's got away with it. Dominator, a little wiggle coming out of the chicane there. He's got through it. Unbelievable. A minute or so to go left in this race for the two drivers at the front. Dud's still in third. Fantastic first sector for him. Danzo fourth. Duscovia and Chalk and Big Madas having a huge battle for 5th place. It's so hard to try and pick out someone on circuit who isn't having a battle. Dominator looking to go to the inside at turn 10. He's up the inside. A little bit of contact between the two. Hartley swings back to try and take his line, and he's got the move back. Hartley leads the way. Dominator Free has potentially 2 opportunities left on track to make a move. Hartley defensive as you want to be, going into turn number 14 for the final time. Nice exit from Dominator. He's all over the rear spoiler of D. Hartley in the Fuchs car. He's going to look to the outside, then cuts back to the inside. Hartley, he's trying to cut in front of him. It's almost dangerous in that sense. Hartley's gone deep into the corner. Dominator, can he sense his opportunity to swing it up the inside? It's going to be for the line. They're going to make contact out of the corner. Hartley is on the inside. Dominator, he's trying to push him wide. That's not in the spirit of it. D. Hartley 79 though is going to take the victory here at Dragon Trail Seaside 2 for race 2. Just at the line from Dominator. Duds takes third. Danzo just unfortunately missed out on 3rd place. There's Big Madas in 5th, and a whole host of cars. What has happened on this final lap? Duscovia is 6th. Is he going to hold on for 7th? It's going to be so close to the line. He's just held on. Chalk 8th. 1805 9th. NXTGEN the belt. He's on the inside. They're going to go towards the line. It's the belt. It's Shadowstalker. They're on the grass. They're side by side. There's a bit more contact. Shadowstalker's just made it. Shadowstalker takes 10th. The belt 11th. But that's a brilliant result for the belt. He should be really pleased with that. Greener Army seen the checkered flag. And there's Big Z coming towards the line. Big Z takes 12th place. Wow. What a fabulous, beautifully executed race. It is D. Hartley 79 though who takes the victory. Wow, absolutely staggering from Lobby 2. Take a breath, ladies and gentlemen, and a round of applause for the Lobby 2 drivers. It was as intense as you would expect it to be in this series. Fabulous. Absolutely wonderful to watch. Ooh. So, that was round 1, Dragon Trail Seaside 2. It was a superb race. Both races were absolutely frenetic. They were both well hard fought. Dominator Free took the race 1 victory. D. Hartley took the 2nd race victory in the end. Really fabulous to watch the guys on circuit. Next week we're going to head to Sardinia Road Track B, where the Méganes will take fight once more. And I have to take a few moments to get my breath back, ladies and gentlemen. I won't lie, that was very intense. It was brilliant to watch and commentate on. For the Méganes though, like I say, we'll be back for round number 2, races 3 and 4 at the brilliant Sardinia Road Track B circuit. Do make sure, if you want to contribute, get involved with NXTGEN, you make sure you tune into the social media channels of Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Discord. You can go on there to find a bit more information. Further to that as well, do check out any of the previous streams that have been done for the Méganes if you want a little bit more action, if you can't wait until next Thursday, on my channel or on YouTube. That's JackTM53 Synopsis. Additionally as well, you can go and have a look at the brilliant commentary of Lobby 1, which is covered by CJW Racing. But for the time being, that is it for season 20 round 1 at Dragon Trail Seaside of the Power Max Mégane Trophy. I've been your commentator, JackTM53, and wherever you might be in the big wide world, have a good one. See you soon.